The genus Artemisia belongs to the Asteraceae family, the star blossomers, so called because of the star-like structure of their blossoms. It was also called before the composite or daisy plant family. Composite because of their special way to compose their flowers in a circular group together, giving the impression that we have to do only with one single flower. But in fact, they are composed of many small flowers called florets. This grouping of flowers in one composite mandala flower has something fascinating. It shows, in a sense, a principle of evolution, where unity and diversity gives an evolutionary direction. The Artemisia genus, as a subgroup of the Asteraceae family, is very special. It is a large, diverse plant genus with more than 400 species. All Artemisias are medicinal, and most of them are linked to a special biochemical group, the ketones. Ketones are a real mystery in the treasure house of plant evolution. Whether you take wormwood, Artemisia absinthium, white wormwood, Artemisia herba alba, sweet honey, the famous Artemisia annua, Artemisia vulgaris, mugwort, Artemisia pallens, davana, etc., you will always have to do with ketones. Now, ketones are part of the bitter stuff in nature. And bitter, as I often say, is medicine per se. Bitter is for better. No animal will eat a bitter plant, except when it feels sick, wanting, for example, to clear its intestines from parasites, for example, with some wormwood leaves. Yes, the bitter taste is a warning signal in nature. It does not mean do not eat me, but it means pay attention, do not eat too much. Guy Dumassé, in the book The Wild Medicine Solution, says, bitter flavor seems to be the signal from the plant world to watch out, eat less, and activate your detoxification mechanisms. Reduced food consumption and lower blood sugar levels are another profound consequence of the bitter taste in the management of diabetes. Because one of our most important organs, the liver, loves bitter, and the liver is the number one detoxifier in our body. In fact, we need this xenobiome, as scientists call it today. We need this help from outside plant agents to keep our system healthy and clean. In that sense, we can say the bitter essential oils are in all cases participating in liver cleansing. And again, it is the dosage of these oils which is important. Not too much, not too little, but just the right amount. That is exactly what should happen when we use, even orally, some of the Artemisia oils from our home apothecary. It may be a stress for a short moment to the system, but we are stronger right away after it. And here we are in the center of our evolutionary philosophy. What we call toxins today, they are part of the time machine of the planet's life evolution. The enemy is, after all, not just an enemy, but assists in developing a stronger system, a more resistant psychophysiology, and a better functioning metabolic machinery, if you want. For the Teutonic tribes, mugwort was probably regarded as the most powerful of all plants. As a plant connected with the sun, it stood for opening the heart, for spiritual light, and for finding the golden thread within one's life concept. This, one can say, stands for all the Artemisia plants. And hidden behind is the ketonic effulgence of the Artemisias, transferring subtle and biochemically induced cosmic radiations to our body, and giving often a decisive kick to our physiological metafields if they have become chaotic and have caused disease. Creating ease, yes, therefore, is the most simple and first principle of healing, and that is in reality what the goddess Artemis, with her bow and arrow, wants to convey. Her shot is meant to go where the hindrances have to be overcome. Artemisia annua, also called sweet wormwood, is another amazing medicinal herb from the Artemisia genus. Extracts of Artemisia annua have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over thousands of years. The plant has stirred up strong interest over the last decades because of its highly efficient results on treating malaria. Until today, malaria is considered one of the most life-threatening diseases that every year takes over 2 million lives, especially in third world countries. Sweet honey, as the plant is also called, has in the meantime saved hundreds of thousands of lives from malaria, especially on the African continent. In 2015, the Chinese research scientist Tu Youyou was honored with the Nobel Prize in Medicine for her decades-long work on Artemisia annua and its amazing therapeutic effects on malaria. And not only this, already in 1994, Professor Henry Lai and his assistant Professor Narendra Singh from the University of Washington, USA, had begun to speculate that Artemisia annua could also be effective in the fight of cancer. Based on the findings with regards to the artemisinin compound and its success against malaria, the two researchers discovered a promising potential treatment for cancer. The journal Life Sciences describes how the artemisinin extract from the Artemisia annua is able to kill virtually all human breast cancer cells exposed to it within 16 hours. What the treatment had to add to the artemisinin or its derivative was iron. Quote, cancer cells need a lot of iron to replicate DNA when they divide, the journal says. As a result, cancer cells have a higher concentration of iron than normal cells. The idea to use an iron compound like holotransferin to act as a Trojan horse, so to say, for the artemisinin warriors to be rapidly transported into the cancer cells is absolutely fabulous. The cancer cells recognize holotransferin as a natural protein, and they absorb more iron because they need more iron for their faster DNA replication. In cell cultures, artemisinin alone is about 100 times more effective in killing cancer cells than known cytostatics. Even more impressive results were achieved when the cancer research scientists in the US exposed leukemia, blood cancer cells, to the same combined procedure with artemisinin and holotransferin. These cancer cells were even eliminated within 8 hours. Now, sweet wormwood, apart from its different biochemical compounds, such as the sesquiterpene lactone artemisinin, which was found in the herbal extracts, releases also a number of aromatic volatile compounds which show up via distillation. This could be highly interesting in terms of further research on what we can call curative synergistic effects. The complementary action of different compounds which show up in different forms of extracts from the same plant. The essential oil is still quite rare. It can be found today in India, in China, and Vietnam. In India, it is already used in certain cosmetics and sanitary products. Even more aggressive types of cancer, such as pancreatic cancer, or as we have seen, acute leukemia, can be successfully treated with Artemisia annua. And these cancers show an extremely fast speed of cell division, as we saw, and contain higher iron concentrations within the cells. Research has shown that artemisinin also influences what science calls neoangiogenesis, which means that Artemisia annua can prevent the aggressive forms of tumors from creating new paths in the organism via metastasis.
السلام عليكم. بس Monsieur Malte Hozzel, Chabot, Fabienne.
Salam.
سمحوا لنا excusez-nous. Ça va. Ils vont pas au kilo en fait,
Ils vont le champ. C'est à peu près 1,5 hectare, tu dirais?
Il n'a pas vendu cette année.
Il n'a pas vendu.
يكرز jusqu'à ce.
من هذه الحفرة ويدير لها خرسة من هنا وهي من هنا ويردم عليها التراب. لا
Tu peux traduire un peu?
Ça pousse tout seul, ça bouture très très vite. حكي لهم même si on l'écrase ماشي بزاف يمزك كتعطي الريحة بزاف كون
في الليالي
في البرد
في الليالي
في الليالي كتعطيك طاب. Eh oui. L'hiver, elle donne plus d'odeur. T'as pas de cheval, comment on fait si je veux monter le cheval?
هو أقول لك بالعافية
نعاود لينا ونحركوها.
ما عنديش أنا ما عندي في عودة الجفة ما خلا خير.
C'est la sécheresse ils ont vendu leurs chevaux.
Mais demande-lui pourquoi il n'a pas vendu en hiver.
علاش ما بعتيش في البرد الشيشيبة؟
علاش ما بعتهاش؟ دابا سيدي كان جافك.
جيب في روحك هذا فلوس.
أيه اللي بوجه على هذا
Se met au milieu de l'armoise.
Il est frais, j'ai pas refaire بلا ما نعاودو مزيانة.
تقول لي كانت تجي من البيت يا غالي
شكرا.
Échantillon. Il est connu dans le monde, il fait jusqu'à 70% en thuone. Ça veut dire alpha 60%, alpha thuone, et bêta thuone 10%, et 14% en camphre.
Artemisia herba alba.
Ça fait du camphre, quoi?
Oui, l'armoise de Warzazat, rich of thuone. 70%, 70% alpha plus bêta. Production marocaine cette année, elle était de 20 tonnes.
20 tons of essential oil of production this year in Morocco. 20
Tout ça
tons
pour 20 tonnes.
altogether.
Elle rappelle l'armoise bleue qu'on a vue à cette date.
Yeah.
L'armoise, celle-ci, rappelle, tu vois. Celle de bêta-thuone. On la ramasse pas ici.
C'est pas la peine.
Oui, mais bon, mais c'est pas le plus gros. Parce que les gens veulent pas s'en mettre, ils sont payés au kilo.
Davana. That's Davana.
It's the same one we had before.
That's Davana, Artemisia pallens. Yeah. That's gorgeous. Keep it up. Doreen, keep it to your nose. It's so beautiful. Davana, Artemisia pallens.
Hey, that's it. That's